So this next question kind of leads to that, but one question I had before that: did you know or sense that that was what was going on? That he was looking for that?
No clue. No clue. No clue. When I tell you we were buttoned up, ready to roll, I mean, I had forecast this to my boss. I had forecasted to my wife. We had implementation scheduled. Nope. This was a Friday afternoon. I'm assuming. Friday afternoon, got that text, and the world froze.
Well,
that was a long drive. That 15 minutes, everything that went through my head. And I'll just share with you, nowhere in. I'm just glad I had $1 bill. I don't carry cash now. I'm glad I did that.
You know, if you think about it, though, you satisfied something important from two things important psychologically. One, did he get the lowest price, which is obvious. And then the second, that dollar bill is ensuring that day one after the sale, the first day of buyer's remorse is going to be mitigated by your phone number.
Absolutely.
So when you talk about,
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I should also point out, he's used that number a bunch of times, not because of problems with the product. We're just friends now.
Yeah.
So it worked out just great.
You know, I've been fortunate that so many of my customers in my career have ended up being friends as well. And that really is, and I know you're in the same situation, but that really is a testament to the value that you're hopefully bringing occasionally, or at least hopefully I was bringing occasionally.
Well, so that's the goal. That's the goal.
So I was reading in one of your posts, and you talked about conversion being the real problem, not somebody's pipeline. So how do you prove that to a CFO? And how can you walk me through the math or an example of how you used to show the cost of inaction versus the cost of upside change?
Sure. So I'll make it simple. So if you have a $3 million pipeline with a 20% close rate, that's $600,000 closed. If you increase conversions by 30%, that's $900,000 in revenue. So it's the same number of leads, just 50% more revenue. So if you go back to the fact that, your conversion rate is everything. Everybody, I will share with you, every single client that I work with has interest in their product. If they don't, and there's no pipeline, they probably have little use for me. I'm not a fractional CRO. I'm not a lead gen person. I'm not a sales trainer. I work with reps on live deals. And so that's where I'm coming from, is the conversion rate is where we focus. And it's proven to be very successful. Two of my clients have, I should point out, two clients of mine have been able to raise additional funds by demonstrating this type of commitment to revenue. Two others have been acquired, and literally every rep who has engaged me, either as part of a team or as an individual using their company's continuing education funds, they've all sold more as a result of this focus.
I tell you, I really love the service that you're doing.
Thank you.
As an individual rep or an individual seller, I mean, frankly, we're scared to death to have these conversations with our bosses sometimes. And a lot of times our bosses are too busy basically making the numbers all line up and basically rolling upstairs to their organization, that to do that actual coaching level, or that deal level coaching, and that deal level work, it doesn't happen. And a lot of, I know that there've been times in my career where I've been so scared to death of looking stupid or being inadequate to the task that it's hard to ask for help. And, you make that possible. You provide a really good psychological counseling service there that I certainly could use in my career.
You bring up a really good point, because sales leaders have enough on their plate. not only do they have to have accurate and
Yeah.
predictable forecasts by cadencing reps, holding people accountable, sometimes those are quite animated discussions bordering on, brute force. I did
Yeah.
that throughout my career. I don't like doing that anymore. I also don't like, managing sales stages and CRM and prepping the board or prepping the CEO for the board meetings. There's a lot of work that a sales leader is just better at than I am. I like complimenting them where their outcomes are predictability, efficiency, productivity. My outcomes are revenue and
Yeah.
conversion.
Yeah.
They're both needed. I'm just a helping hand to that individual, whether it's a sales manager in the field or it's a CRO or it's a founder.